You're not going to believe it, but I've been sitting here for the past hour prepping this episode and the accompanying webinar I'm actually going to be hosting. It took me a while, and actually now I was like, just turn on the damn microphone, Amy. I think this is a really good example of, I know a lot of people look at me and they think Amy has all of her shit figured out, but I live by the motto perfectly imperfect. And to this day, I still have to force myself to sometimes just, bite through. I want to say bite the bullet. I wanted to say actually bite through the bullshit and just go ahead. So, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever or whenever you're listening to this. In this episode, I'm gonna walk you through 3 mistakes that have cost me tons of business growth in these past couple of years so that they don't have to cost you millions as well. Let's dive in. Hello, and welcome to Fail to Win, the show where we love to make mistakes and learn from them so you can turn your passion into profits and live life on your own terms. I'm Amy van der Putten from FastForwardAmy, your host and coach, and I'll bring you a new episode with simple strategies every Tuesday. I was just checking my DMs right before I started recording this episode, and I got a message from someone who read my bio, and she texted me and she asked me, is it true what's in your bio, and can anyone achieve this? Now, in my bio, it says from 0 to online sales, 6 million. So I've done over 6 million in online sales in these past couple of years. Looking at that number, sometimes I'm still baffled that I was able to do that. But I guess after a couple of million and being really consistent at this, I've, not only have I done this for myself, but I've helped countless clients do this as well. So yes, it is true. But to answer the question of, can anyone do this? I don't think anyone can do this. I think there are principles and strategies we can all apply. And I think these principles and strategies can work for many people, but I don't think anyone can do this simply because not everyone is willing to look at their own shit, to bite through the bullshit, as I just said, and to actually get cracking on. What I want to say is not everyone is willing to pay their dues and to actually look at, hey, what mistakes am I making? And I truly do believe that this is one of the fastest ways to grow, is if you're always open to looking at your own downsides, your own weak spots. I personally do this the entire time. I kind of have to do this. And I just got a passive sale in of over 600 euros. So fun when I'm recording and I get sales in. I just love that. I love it when my funnels are working. And so I think the thing that's stopping a lot of people from growing faster in their business, from making multiple 6 figures, from growing to 1 million, is getting comfortable to look at your own mistakes and owning up to these and to constantly trying to get better at those. And I think it's so, like, sometimes you just feel like crap, and sometimes you really, 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 really don't want to admit that you've been making mistakes, but you have been making mistakes. There are reasons why you're not hitting your goals. For me, often this has to do with my nutrition. For me, my health will always be an ongoing thing that I need to pay attention to. If I sleep too little or I have too much stress, my cortisol will peak. I will hold on to a higher fat percentage, stuff like that. I just know that if I'm not getting the steps in and I'm not eating the healthy foods, my body doesn't love it. And then I can look at someone else and be like, why are they fit and am I not fit? But I kind of know why. I just have to be honest with myself. And in this episode, I'm going to be really honest with you about the 3 mistakes I've made in the past that have cost me tons of business growth. And I hope to inspire and motivate you to do the same so that in the upcoming year, you won't be making the same mistakes. So maybe you are in a position where you are nearing the end of the year and you're thinking, I wish I would have hit some more of my goals. Maybe you're even stressed about revenue, or maybe you're wondering what you could do in the upcoming year to grow faster. Well, one of the first things that I see happening with so many of my clients is that they work a lot on the inside of their business. They're in their operations a lot. And I've done this as well, spending a lot of time on clients, spending a lot of time on recordings, on coaching content, on anything on the inside of my business. Really, for me, that was also my team and stuff, and not prioritizing awareness and attraction content enough. So this is the first mistake I've made over and over and over again. And I have to almost physically force myself to do spend time on my marketing. A lot of people look at me and they're like, no, you're everywhere. You do a lot of marketing. But I tend to always prioritize my clients and stuff like that. And I tend to put marketing to attract new people like last on my priorities list. So that's why I have to force myself to actually do it at the beginning of the day, at the beginning of the week. So basically, the mistake I've made is that I've always prioritized other stuff instead of prioritizing my awareness and my avatar attraction content, is what I like to call this. So it's relatively easy to make content for people who already follow you and who already like your brand. It requires a bit more brain space to make content for new people who don't follow you yet and to keep on attracting new people. So this is the first thing I want you to put in your calendar for the upcoming year. Instead of just thinking I need to make content, I want you to split up the content you need to make into sales content, nurturing content, and attraction content. And attraction content is what you need to be making, because let's say you have an audience and you are selling to this audience. At a certain point, you will have sold to this audience and you want them to keep coming back, right? But what you also want to do is you want to attract new clients, because some of your clients won't be coming back. And if we keep fishing from the same pond, at a certain point, the pond is going to be empty. So we want to keep on filling the pond with new people, or I like to call it filling the pipeline. It doesn't matter how busy you are in your business, with your clients, with everything that's going on. We want to have one piece of content installed in your business that is attracting new audience. That could be focusing on ads, for example. This could be creating viral content. You just don't want to forget to attract new people. There's a second advantage to doing this, on top of the fact that you're attracting new potential clients, is that your existing audience, the fish who are already in your pond, maybe they've even already bought, they are going to convert better when your attraction content is better. So the better you get at attracting new people, the higher you'll probably also convert in your existing audience, because they keep getting reminded as to why they actually already love your brand. So my mistake was not prioritizing this enough. This is going to be the number one thing I'm going to focus on in the upcoming year to attract new clients into my audience so I can continue to grow my business. I'm going to do this with organic content and with ads. So pay attention and watch me go. The second mistake I've made in the past, I'm not doing it anymore now, but I did do this in the past, is not offering follow-up programs, or what we call ascension programs. So there's this stat, I don't have the source here because I quote it so often to my clients, but the stat goes this way. If you can increase your retention rate by 5%, you can increase your profit by 25 to 95%. That is crazy. So this means if you can increase the retention with your existing clients, so that means that they stay, that they continue to buy from you, by 5%, your bottom line profit will increase by at least 25%. There are multiple reasons for this. One of the biggest ones is that it is far easier and cheaper to retain your customers versus to always go out and get new customers, because then you're always starting over and over again. This is one of the big reasons why I've created a membership in the past year. This is a reason why I have created longer programs. So people who get in coaching with me, they will always get in for at least a year. I offer year-long programs. And I've done this because in the past, I never wanted to do this. I was like, I just want to help people like move forward. And once they know what they need to do, I just want them to take action with that. But my clients kept asking me, no, but we want to continue buying. We want to buy something else from you. And I was like, well, okay, but I wasn't ready. I didn't have the right knowledge yet. My energy was like a little bit off. So it took me a while to figure out what I actually wanted to and could offer them. And do I regret not doing this sooner? To be honest, yeah. I think I should have done this a lot sooner. I should have streamlined that a lot sooner. This would have probably saved me a couple of million, at least 2 million, I think, by offering those follow-up programs, because I see it now with my clients. A lot of them who I wasn't able to offer anything in the past have now come back to me to work with me. I have clients who work with me for years and years, and they are so happy. And I now realize that it was my own fear and my own ego holding me back from offering them a follow-up program, because I thought I wasn't ready. I didn't want to be the coach who was always like forcing their clients to stay with her. But I've realized that for example, in business coaching, if people are making good progress and I can get to coach them well, it's not just about the knowledge. It's about the fact that I know their patterns and I'm just a really good coach to continue to coach them and help them grow. So yeah, I think that's one of the big mistakes that has cost me at least 2 million in business revenue, is not offering a follow-up program or what we call an ascension product, and not focusing enough on the retention of my clients or offering longer term commitments. And this is something you could look at. So let's say you have a beginner product and it's doing really well. And maybe you're like, yeah, but that's all the knowledge they need. Maybe it's time to challenge yourself. Is it about the knowledge people need, or might it also be about the support people want, the accountability people want, the, taking action people want? Because for me, often I have clients who already know a lot of what I'm teaching them, although I will say that I keep learning so I can keep teaching my clients new stuff, and I keep doing research and I keep updating my own knowledge of trends. So I do still teach them new stuff, but it's also about what you know, but you aren't doing. So in terms of coaching, for example, I don't always have to teach them new stuff. I can repeat the same things. It's about helping them take action. It's about helping them believe in themselves. And then it would be a shame if I'm not offering this to them. So second mistake, not offering follow-up programs or focusing on retention. By the way, since realizing that, retention is actually one of the 6 key data points I focus on weekly, even in my when I'm tracking my data. This is a really big one that I'm always focusing on, because I just know if I keep my retention high, everything is just going to be better, and I have to do less new sales. And the third and final mistake, and this is one, honestly, you're going to laugh, but I started a new coaching program a while back, my silver level actually, in my coaching, in my online business club. And I sat my clients down. We were doing a launch and sales session. And I asked my clients, who here has their sales and launch plan for the next 2 months written out? And no one put their hand up. And I sat there with them and I'm like, I can teach you all of the tricks you want and the tactics and the strategies and this and that. But if you don't have a plan, it's not going to work. If you're not planning ahead, it's going to be really difficult to make content that is prepped beforehand. It's going to be difficult to get everything done. And you're not going to be able to maximize your results. Because if you're always going week by week, month to month, and you want to launch something, let's say you have a 2K product, 2,000 euros, you want to launch it, and you want to launch it this month, then it means you always have not a lot of time to make it happen, because your leads aren't warm yet, because you haven't warmed them up to that topic specifically. It means that you don't have your content ready, so you'll be doing a lot of stuff last minute. It means that you're going to drop the ball on a lot of things because you weren't able to prepare adequately. Wow, that's a difficult word. And look ahead. So if there's one gift I would give you for the upcoming year, is that you make your plan for the upcoming year ahead of time, and you really focus on when the peaks in your sales are going to be, what you need to do to get leads, attracted and warm and nurture people so that they get ready to buy from you, and that your programs get an identity. So a lot of people also just randomly pitch a program and they're surprised no one buys it, but it's because you also have to warm people up for the programs you're offering. So start planning ahead so that you don't have a lack of attraction content and lead generation, and you are going to see your results just simply skyrocket. Now, I know you are probably feeling like, oh shit, I need to start planning ahead for the upcoming year, and I want to break through the income ceiling I've had, but I don't really know where to start. Well, then I have really good news for you, because I've been really deep into these past couple of weeks, and I've been looking at it like, what do my clients need in order to break through? What does my audience need? Why are people hitting the same revenue year after year? And I want to help you break through your current income level and really go to the next level. And I want you to hit 100,000 euros or more in revenue in the upcoming year. And I want to teach you how you can do this with a pure online business. So even if you're nowhere near to hitting that figure yet, even if it seems daunting to you, I know it can seem daunting when I talk about these numbers, I'm here telling you, I want to help you. unlock this new level of success, and I want to help you make 100,000 euros in the upcoming year. If you want to do that with me, I'm going to invite you to my training. My training is worth 200 euros or more because honestly, I'm going to teach you how you can make 100K. So let's say it's worth 100K. I'm not going to charge you 100,000 euros. I'm not going to charge you 200 euros. I'm going to gift it to you for free. All you have to do if you want to access the training is go to my Instagram, FastForwardAmy, and DM me. So message me the word unlocked. So unlocked in English. And if you message me the word unlocked, I'm going to welcome you into my 100K training. I'm going to host it a couple of times live. Maybe by the time you hear this, like just message me the word unlocked and I'll send you the link and you can go and sign up for it. And then we'll see each other in that training. I'm going to detail exactly what you need to know to make more than 100,000 euros in the upcoming year, even if you're starting from scratch online. Wouldn't that be amazing? This is my end of year / beginning of year gift to you. Hope to see you on the inside of the training. And I hope that if you listened to this really short episode, you made a couple of decisions for yourself. Like, oh yeah, I have to make more time for my marketing. Oh, maybe I do need a follow-up program. Oh, maybe I'm not planning ahead enough and I need to look at the way my entire year, what the entire year looks like. I'm going to help you with all of that inside of my training. Just DM me the word unlocked and I'll see you in the training. Bye.